What up, my peoples? I know it's been a while since I put up a tutorial on fake skin, but business, life. However, this is supposed to actually be for Black History Month, but again, business, But we here now. Quick rundown what I'm using. I'll put all the information in the video itself, but traditional A&D ointment. We have a around 7 liner. If I'm not mistaken, it's Buzzpin type, same as the Curve Mag 9. My go-to favorite. We got triple black here. Just solid triple black, 3/4 a cup full of regular black dynamic, half a cup, and then 2 drops there. Well, that's actually a little bit less than half a cup, but you get it. So yeah, we're just gonna get into this here, and then I'll do the usual, talk you guys through it. If the video does help, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. That way I know, somebody's watching it, it's helping somebody. But I'm gonna start in this corner here and then work into it. The picture that I'm doing, I'll probably put it on the screen right here somewhere. It'll probably be right here. Probably should appear when I said it, but yeah. And we're just gonna work this background in. I know I'm gonna mess my table up, but this is my art table, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna just start with some solid blacks here and just do the pendulum motion right in this area. And I'm moving fairly fast with my hand because I don't want the black to be solid. I just want a nice tone. Let's forget about that. And that's exactly why we're working from one corner over, because this fake skin is kind of hard to clean. And just with the tip of my mag, I'm gonna just line this up and then same motion, come back a little slower at the line, and as we go further from the line, we just move a bit faster. And you can see we got that tone right in there. So we'll start on the inside, and the inside for me is always darker. So we don't focus more on tight movements, whether it's the pendulum motion as they call it, or the small circles, whichever one works for you. For me, some work better depending on what I'm doing, the area I'm doing it in. And then you'll see here, like, I'll switch my techniques up. And then right after where those 2 points meet, just lift it right up to give it a nice blend. And right now I'm working on let's see if you can see it. So I'm working on a 2.4 throw. And just moving at my own pace, really. I forgot which brand this is. What's the brand? Mass, if I'm not mistaken. Fold Pro. Love this machine. Actually. I had the Mass Tech at one point, and then it just stopped working mid-tattoo. And I had to run to my local tattoo shop and just grab something. And because I had the Mass Tech, I was like, alright, I'll give this a try. And it was a good try. And the same way I'm lining up this right here will be the same way I'll line up like a tattoo. I don't really too much like lines unless it's like small areas like here, the eyes and stuff like that, like the nose details. I just feel like the mags, when you're lining them, it's just so much softer. And again, that's just me, personal experience. I'm just so used to painting, so. All right, let's clean this up, see how that looks. Alright, let's smoothen this out here. And same black, solid black, right? But I haven't refilled the mag yet with more ink. So the tone is gonna be a bit lighter. And that's how I get my tones in between each other instead of mixing them. And then when you're tattooing, you know, depending on how much your client bleeds, blood can thin out the ink too as well. So just be mindful to certain things as you're working. Just come right back in. And slower strokes for more consistency. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna jump down. You can see the tones that I'm using. So I'm gonna start here first and just kind of work out in this area and work from in that motion. That way, if I was, like I said, if it was a hand, a back, or whatever the case may be, we wouldn't smur the image and our stencil would still be sharp. And I'm just following tones right now. Nice tone. We don't want this to be too dark because we got to make the background a bit darker for contrast. But we'll push this part up more here. Right in that armpit. As long as you follow the tones, you can't really go wrong. Understanding colors and tones does make a difference in any form of art to me, whether it's monotone or full-on color. Understanding how one color relates relates to the next color is the difference between an average tattoo, painting, whatever the case may be, or something that's going to turn heads. Again, my opinion, you feel me, but And this is what I truly believe. So this part is dark, so we're gonna come here and put that line in here. And it's my same phone, just working this in here. And then right here, we're just gonna whip down. And this is a nice technique to get nice transition and very soft. It's almost like the pendulum motion, which is like this, but you just whip down. Instead of whip shading up, you just whip straight down. With the, not like this, but with the back of your mag. And you just come down from one point straight down. Nice transitions. Especially when I'm doing portraits, this is what I use for the most part. The transitions is just beautiful, beautiful. And it's very light on the skin as well as anything you're doing. So you may have to go over it a couple times just to get the accurate tone that you're looking for. And we just put in this tones in here. Just work in one area at a time. Try not to, my biggest thing when I first started tattooing, for one, I had to really teach myself a lot of things in the tattoo world. But my biggest thing was wanting to be accurate the first pass around. And I had to learn that that's not the case. Sometimes you gotta do a pass or two, depending on how harsh you are, like you're heavy-handed or not, to the skin determines how many passes you can actually go around over the skin. So having like an artist touch with like a brush, it made it kind of easier for me to be able to just gently touch the skin. And then from there, it's just, okay, I understand it now. Sometimes you gotta, and sometimes it may not even be the passes, honestly. Sometimes you just gotta move around and let that skin sit, let that redness go down, and then go from there. But just having patience overall is the biggest thing I can say. We're gonna definitely do this in increments because it's gonna take too long. I'm looking at this part, so I'm probably gonna try to get through him first, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I want to knock this neck in here. A straight whip shading from this line straight down. And then I'm gonna come with a pendulum motion. And the reason I did both of them is because the whip shading gave me a solid line here, for the most part, wherever I started the whip at. And then the pendulum motion just smoothing everything out. Because this is one solid color over here, so we're just going to put this in here and then focus here. Kind of whip shade again, but in a different direction to get these patterns out from the mag. And then back from that line, right into the new shade. We got you all the way around. Yeah, we can go all the way around that one. And again, remember, this is the same color I was using over here. Still haven't added any more ink or nothing, just outlining certain things and then pushing from there. So this side is dark. So we're gonna darken this, and then it has a gap right here. So this whole side is dark. And from that jawbone, I'm just whipping right out, so I don't lose my shade. Right out. Right here, same concept. It's not as dark, but I'm gonna put a line here. So if I was doing this as a portrait on the skin, I'll just kind of map out it right there, just like I did there. And then build from there. So I just don't lose the lines. We can start here and just whip this out. Nice soft whip out. That's what she said. But we don't want this to be too crazy down here. We want to kind of fade it out. And then again with that backstroke, just whip straight down, different direction, and just pull it. Right? Nice shades, nice shades. All these things are, we gotta go around it. So I'm gonna start from this corner and work this way back. Don't know why, it just feels right to me, so yeah. And again, still haven't added any more ink to my mag as of yet. And we just floating it above the skin. It doesn't need to go too deep to get the job done. Huh, that's what she said again. The tip, with the edge of my mag, I'm just gonna line this out and just push it into the shade. There we go. Get this bottom piece for this hand. Alright, and we have a weird tone here. So we'll pull this. Pull that there. Then again, pull this here. And this goes under and on top. Come right back over that top. And you can see we starting to build the image the more we go. Now I'm gonna add some solid blacks again because I want to do the background real quick and knock it out. Put those lines in there first so I know what I'm working off of. I'm gonna start with the slow, small circles here to get this in solid. And then midway do some pendulum to smoothen everything out. Very slow. Just taking my time. And I want my darks to be closer to the subject to highlight everything inside of it. And then outside of it, pretty much the further we go away from it, we'll whip it out. But right on the subject, I want it to be very, very dark. Oh, fun fact, it took me, I let this sit down for like a month before I started it because it is harder to get the ink in on, no, I mean, not say harder. It's an easy way to learn with fake skin, but it's not an accurate feel. The same techniques, yeah, but you may have to go over it a bit more on the fake skin. It just doesn't absorb the ink as regular skin would, to me personally. But as far as like the feel of your gun, to know like, okay, the vibrations when you're deep enough, or you know what I'm saying, that you can learn, yeah, the fundamentals. But as far as like putting the ink in here, just be mindful that it is fake skin. It's designed to give you the feel or appearance of, but it can never, you know, amount to the real thing itself. So, but great way to learn. Again, great way to learn. Again, pendulum motion. Looks. All right, let's refill this, hit it again. So I want this to be dark brown. So usually when I'm doing dark, I'll go to my 4.2. Now the eye to throw is the harder the machine hits. Be mindful. You can really mess somebody's skin up if you don't know what you're doing. So with this, you have to know how to move when you're going darker. But when you are at a 4.2 or anything of that matter, depending on how fast your hand is, you only need like one pass, if that. Half a pass. You can think it into existence and it's gonna put it there. Like, so be very mindful that it hits very, very hard. And I'm just trying to even these spaces out. That's why I went up higher. You can hear it. You can definitely hear it. I just want to smoothen this area. That's all I want. I want this side to be darker. That a bit darker. All right, well, yeah, now same dark. Trying to see with this picture. Same solid black with the fourth row. And I'm just lightly going over these slight areas. And again, being mindful that this hits a bit harder, so a lighter touch with the solid black to get a lighter tone. As soon as you put it in, or you stay too stagnant in one area, it's gonna blotch the line out and actually may damage the skin. So be mindful. And we're just working in tones, that's all. Taking your time, working in tones. This, I want to come right here. It has a hard line here. I'll just put that black in here. And then right here. And you can kind of see like how it just attacks. It's gonna stick too. All right, so let's get some solids in here. And this with the side of the mag, we're just putting these tones in here. There's a tone here I didn't see. And just take your time. Again, that's the biggest thing I can say. Just literally take your time and just work in increments. If you, like I said, sometimes you may have to just leave something alone and then come back to it just to see if the tone is right or not. But again, slow and steady, dog, wins the race. Like, and realistically speaking, the slower that you move the tattoo, like while you're tattooing, the slower your hands is, the faster you move, because you don't have to go over too much passes. You can just go over 1 or 2 times. Well, not even 1 or 2. One, yeah, no, I'm tripping. Why am I tripping like that on y'all? But yeah, you can go over 1 or 2 times opposed to 3, 4 times. So just be mindful of things like that. As well as pressure matters. Like the amount of pressure that you're putting on it, because I'm using just solid black right now, and I'm shading everything from solid blacks to my light colors, and it all has to do with the pressure that I'm applying right on the top. And I do this more times because it's easier for me to blend. It's very, very easy. We're just going around this jewelry that's on the neck. This is a dark part here. That's the dark part. This is too. putting them tones in it. Working out slow, working out slow. Y'all don't pay me no mind, man. But yeah, like I said earlier, if the channel is helping, you feel me, go ahead and drop a, go ahead and subscribe for me, because that really helps. That way I can keep making these videos, because I know, like I said, I'm helping somebody and it is working. Go ahead and drop a like, a subscribe, you know, keep it Pete Hawk. Keep it funky, man. Help a brother out. Alright, same tone. I'm gonna just whip up. So this is my concentrated point, and this is the shade that I'm trying to get into, right? So from this line, I'm just pushing up into this. It can actually go in over this line. That's cool, because I can blend that out later. It'll actually make for an easier blend to me. Again, this is my technique. Other people have different techniques, but this will make for a better blend for me at least. And then we just gonna go right over the top with here. And same concept here. So push from this line up. Not too much, because we still got that solid black there, so I want to keep that. And then we're gonna have to go into our lighter shades, so to our lightest of lights actually. Let me just clean this up a bit. See what we got. And you can kind of see like where we're going so far. We're already at 30 minutes. Just trying to make a quick video. And we ain't even get on the face yet. All right, so where were we? We're gonna go into our lightest shade, our 2 drop, and then just pull this down so it's even lighter. And we're just going down over these things, just adding tones in here. You can even do a pendulum motion, but a very, very light touch. I can't stress that enough, because we want to show tones. And right around the dark, you can do an extra coat just to kind of help blend it out into it. But we still want those firm tones. Again, follow your reference. Don't try to add on. Unless it's like certain things like things that don't matter to me, like hair. Like once you have the general outline of that said hair, if you can do it in your own way, just again follow the tones, make sure it's curving how it's supposed to curve, but you're not gonna get every strand of hair, you know what I mean? Like dead on point, so be mindful of those type of things. We're just coming right over the top with this. Work right back into here. And right here is our lightest point on this hole from here down. So we actually have to come up here and go up into that. And again, we still on our 4, so actually I'm gonna go down to a 3, which is like my normal range where I like to roll 3 at. And I'm putting this tone here because it's there in the picture. I have no idea, but you know, it's there, so. And you can see I turn my mag all types of ways. That's also what she said. All right, enough of that. But yeah, make sure you got the right positioning. and kind of follow the bodies, how the body moves. I want that to be a bit more smoother. That's better to me. And this is where I said I wanted to blend this out. And we're moving really fast, really. Almost like a stippling motion with the pendulum if you was doing a mag. I mean, I'm sorry, if you were doing a liner. The only thing is with that, sometimes you'll have mag lines, and then you may have to just go back all the way the next way. So again, be mindful that everything, see I mean mag lines, but this isn't, and then you can use the pendulum motion. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna go all the way down to my 2.4 again, and do a quick sweep with the pendulum. With a light touch. Light. There we go. All right, and it's darker here, right here for some reason. Right now I'm just smoothing everything out. Going right back up into these shades, getting everything smooth. And to my liking. Come right across here. Add some depth to this. And this is a tone that I added right here because of this so I just added that little tone right there. And this is actually too light. So right on top. Go back over it the other way. Nice. And just smoothing this out. And again, I'm just smoothing things out, you know, where I see little gaps here. real quick since it's the small area. And I'm gonna go a bit lighter up here. So same. Ooh, put my hand right inside the darn Vaseline. That's why we got an ink tray. So light tone. And I'm gonna use a light tone moving forward, like going up with the shade, especially with this part. I don't want it to be too dark. Probably in the inside I'll go back dark, but I want to kind of fade this part up at least because this whole board I'm gonna keep adding on to it. I know it's moving, but bear with me. And this is how I tattoo sometimes. I just jump, so like it doesn't really bother me. I know they say you should start from one area and go down, but me personally, I'm just not, I wasn't taught by traditional artists, you know. So, because of how I taught myself how to tattoo, paint, or it's just, you know, it's a learning curve for me at least every time. And I learned with a great stencil, you can move as freely as you want. Actually, let's put some tones here. Put some nice tones here for this. Nice. I don't want it too dark, but I want it to be noticeable. Nice little tones there. With some movement inside this smoke. Some nice movement. This one will be a bit darker. Let's transition. All right. Actually, I'm gonna work on this face because we passed that mark. So for the face, I'm gonna just go with my 3/4, and I'm gonna just jump right into it with the darks. Start on this area, and were we on a 2? Yep. So like I said, just put my tones in here. Being mindful of what I'm doing. And this is very, very light, so and that's why I started with my 3/4 because I'm on a 2.4, and because it's so light, again, I can manipulate these tones how I want it based on how slow I'm moving my hand, how much pressure I'm putting on the canvas itself. It's just a lot that you just gotta be mindful. Once you understand your machine, then it's a different ball game. But yeah, we're just putting in tones here. And whip it down. And right in this area, I want to put a nice little line here. nice. All right, again, our darkest tone. And go here. If you notice, I'm paying attention to the darkest tones right now. That's my main concern right now, is the darks. Everything else will come into play. But for me, I feel like focusing on your darks, you can do, like I said, the whip shade, and it's easy to blend out, for me at least. So I don't really focus on my lights. I'm mindful of them, but I don't start too dark. I don't start too light. I just go right into my darkest tone and my lightest setting on my on my machine, so I can manipulate the tones as I see fit. Like, even though that's dark right here, it's way darker right here. And now we're starting to add the darker tones inside here without losing our shape. I'm gonna just go right over here. The backward motion, just to put this tone in here. I'm going straight solid black, and I'm going to bring my machine up to 4.2. Yeah, and I'm going to work this hair in here real quick, right around here. I just want it to be darker, completely darker. So right around here, I'm just darkening this. I'm making it way darker than the picture, just to show contrast, right? Being very, I'm paying attention to the picture, but also, like I said, I'm making some extra adjustments here for the sake of art. See what I was saying about the hair? As long as the general shape is there and we have the motion, don't make it harder than what it needs to be. Especially for me, in this area, it's going to be very light, so I just want to work this in here. These darks. Let me just map this out here. Put that on my phone. And then now I'm just Right? And I'm gonna add a little extra details in here for the hair, just to give it. And this is how I do hair. I just make random circles. Usually with my, especially if it's like an afro, making little swigs. I usually use it with my my liner, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in here. Yep, working these tones in here, man. I'm gonna whip from here over. Whip down. Put me in here. We're just going over tones, just blending this all out. Put this eyelid in here, bottom. Y'all peep how long it's taking me to use this liner. I promise you I hate liners. Wait. I'm gonna have to use that liner. That's the crazy part, and I don't want to. So this side of the face is a bit lighter, it seems. And I'm gonna just go 1, 2, 3. See how that looks. Then 1. So this is a bit darker. We got this weird shade here. I'm using the edge of my mag right now. Just working shades, dog. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna just bum right into this lip, the bottom one. Do one pass. It's not dark enough. Do another pass. And one more. All right. I'm gonna go up with this without cleaning my mag, mixing the colors now inside the mag. We're gonna go right here for the lip and just slowly work that in here into the middle part. Just kind of drag it out to the other side. We're gonna do that on one side, and we're gonna do the same exact thing on the next side. All right, now we're gonna do that bottom lip, so the bottom part for the top lip. Just kind of make that pop there. And this is the, oh, actually, let's do this. All right, so going to go to the 7, kind of do some quick. Now I want to finish this so we can at least start attacking it like that, at least one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that big boy. So I'm gonna go with my black with this, and I'm gonna be mindful that I don't need everything to be black, honestly. So I'm gonna start right here with the eye. I'm gonna make sure we can see this. And again, following the shades of the picture, not adding no tones, especially for the eyes. I want those to be exactly how it is, so it's lifelike. Certain things that we want to pop. You can see, there we go. Same thing with this. The corner of the mouths are always darker, so be mindful. When you're doing something, the corner of your mouths are always darker. It adds that depth of the folding. And I'm just need to figure out how this. I'm just putting in his nose real quick. Nice touch. And then I'm gonna go back and then do a stippler motion to kind of darken this part. And we're gonna be mindful again of the tones. Follow your tones. Cannot stress that enough to you guys. Follow the tones. The tones is what make up a piece. Again, mediocre or something that, oh, I need a tattoo by that guy, or I need a painting by that guy, or whatever your basis is on medium, but follow those tones. And here I'm just using a stippler motion just for the light tones here. Alright, this part is kind of crazy. I can't really see it, so. Yeah, there we go. The way I'm trying to scrub this down. Are we looking on this? And then we got this one. So, almost done with this. Imagine if this was a back piece. This would be crazy. No, actually. And this is why I like the liner, because you can get nice tones one go around, as well as get closer to have certain, like some fine lines in between shades. Nice, nice tones. Nice, nice, nice tones. All right. Nice, nice. We can just do this real quick. And be mindful with the stippling technique. You don't want lines. So I use this technique for texture wise. So if you want smoothness from this, you have to move so close together. So you don't have those lines. I mean, I'm sorry, those dots. Nice, nice. Getting look at you with that. Come on, nice. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to the hair because this video is dragging. Yeah, some tones over here. Just to give it more of a rounded vibe. There we go. And the picture has the tones over here. It's a bit, so it is tones over here, don't get me wrong, but I'm just gonna keep it light for the artistic purposes of it. So I'm following the tones, but I'm just making the tones lighter. That's it. It's not like I'm not following the tones. I'm following them just very, very light. All right. We actually may be able to get to it because all right, so let's do this so we can knock the hair out. And I'm just whip shading back into this because this is a light tone. We just want the highlight up to here, nothing too crazy. And this is a 4. So I'm gonna go down to the, I'm actually gonna go down to, no, the 4 is perfect. Because it's giving me exactly what I want. So I'm whipping down and then I'll concentrate where I want the shades to be more prominent so you can actually see the hairs, and then fix the hairs up a bit. But again, be mindful on that 4, that shit gonna hit. Let's do, put this in here. And I said we're going lighter going up, so we'll start here on the inside. Just go very light. I forgot. Oh, I have black in here. I'm tripping. See? Being mindful, y'all. And once I'm finished with this part, you'll be able to see the contrast between these two, the background and the subject itself. Whip shading right into that tone. And you can see how we just blended these tones in here. Get them nice and smooth. Alright, so there's some tones here. Just to get that. consistency. And you can see it too. Alright, that's the part I really, really wanted to do for the most part. I can just work her. And I'm having my mag at a angle, and I'm just doing the pendulum motion up. And like a slant. And that's just to go over the hair, literally. Her hair is very, very dark, light. Yeah, her hair is very, very, very light. So again, we're just following tones. Let's see where we at now. That's a little green soap here, which doesn't work a damn. Damn show. See, that's what I don't want. So let's stop that instantly. So y'all can see where we're going. Y'all see the table messed up already, but you can see the concept that we're going into. There's a little shades in here for the black. I mean, for the white, but it's really not necessary for me, at least. I want to start here and just whip this out real quick. One pass on this, maybe two closer to the edge. Alright, so that's the pendulum motion, right? One way. And again, like I said, I'm gonna come again this way and darken this part. Focusing on our shape this time around. And I want it darker here. I want it darker here and darker towards the bottom. So that's what we're gonna focus on now. Getting the tone here. And when I get to this edge, it's making a weird sound. And this is how you get a smooth shading transition. Then you can do some wide circles. But I'm kind of like whipping the circles up. If that makes sense, because I don't want that. That's what I didn't want. That one solid pattern. All right, now we're gonna go to 3. Half a cup. And I'm gonna focus on shading here. And every time I do a layer, I'm pushing up higher. I don't like why that sounds like that. I'm whipping up higher into the previous layer. And that's just how I blend as well. And you can see the transition, it starts to smoothen out a bit. And then I'm gonna go with my lightest tone here. Still on that, well, we're on a 3.9, so I'm gonna go down here to a 2.7. Just to work this in here. Soft, soft, soft. And I'm focusing on the middle part, the middle transition, and the higher, lighter part, just to smoothen it. And then I'll whip out on this line. A good technique would actually be to put this line in darker, so it's consistent, and then you'll have like a shadow. Yeah, you're gonna wrap it right there. So now that kind of is gonna make it a 3D look. Right? And then just shade in here. And there we have our transitions. Oh, wait, switch this one. This is actually smoothing it down here. All right. Let's see how we did on this. And y'all can see where we're going with it, everything. Probably put some words at the top. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and comment below. And I definitely will add that to the board. And then we'll just keep building from there. But yeah, I'm gonna just do, each lesson would just probably be 1 or 2. Like the next part we'll probably start on him. And then we'll knock her out as well and finish his hair on this side to make this one piece because she's small. And then again, after that, we'll do this and knock him out, and then we'll focus on her. then this may take a while because that is a big project. Lots of details in there, big details, so you got to be mindful. But yeah, I hope this was helpful to you guys. Again, if it is helpful, go ahead and hit a like, go ahead and subscribe for me. Check out my IG. Yeah, I'm here. Appreciate y'all for tattooing with Marlo today.